My wife is Caucasian. That means white. So my wife and I, we talk probably a lot about mostly kid stuff. Right? 'Cause we have kids in the house, and kids, they take up a lot. Clap if you have children. You have children? Kids take up a lot. Okay? We have 2 boys. Okay, we have a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I hate to have to say it, but technically, to the 10-year-old, I'm his stepdad. Right? And I hate to have to make a distinction, because that's not how we live at my house. Right? But I've been there since he was 4. And a buddy of mine, he goes, yeah, well, you know, do you treat him like he's really your kid? And I go, yeah, I've been there since he was 4. You know, I'm the one who taught this kid how to pee standing up. All right? I taught him my morals. I taught him when your mom serves you breakfast, first thing you do is say thank you. Right? Those are my morals. And I pay his rent. That's how, if I pay your rent, you're my son. That's the rules. It works. He's my buddy. We play Xbox together. My friend's like, yeah, I get it, you know, play Xbox. I'm just saying, you know, what if there's a fire? Then how important is he? And I was like, dude, I still gotta face my wife after the fire. I can't walk up to her holding the Xbox like, woo, that was close. We made it! What? No, he was right behind me. Oh, no! That's terrible! Because he had the other controller. No. I love this dude. He's my buddy. He's my little buddy. He's my sidekick, right? And I'll tell you this, okay? So there's 2 boys, have different dads. My wife is Caucasian. That means white. The school system here. So. Her first husband, also black. I tell you that, so now you know exactly what the kids look like, because we only make one basic floor model. You feel bad, but you know exactly what they look like. Cocoa skin, curly hair. So when the 10-year-old, he was little, I would take him with me to the store all the time. This used to happen all the time. Usually, girls' department stores would go, oh my goodness, he looks just like you. I totally see it, father and son, he looks just like you. He doesn't look like me. At all. They're not going by facial features, they're going by a color chart. He's in between this color and this color. That's not how it works. He looks exactly like his dad. Like so much so, sometimes when I talk to him, I just punch him in the mouth. Told you not to disrespect. Oh, it's you, buddy. It's you, buddy. Buddy, I told you not to make that face, buddy. Don't make... Your mom's coming. Get up, 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 get up. He was on the floor when I got here. He's playing lay down. Now listen, I'm telling you this because this is a 100% true story. I'm not making this up, okay? This is this kid's background. He's 4 years old. It happened 3 times in one day. People are like, oh, you look just like each other. He's starting to get it, 4 years old. We're leaving Toys R Us. Happened 3 times in one setting. He's leaving, he looks at me, he goes, hey, hey Warren, how come people keep thinking you're my dad? And I go, I don't know, buddy, probably because we're both black. And he says, I'm not black. Okay. What are you, buddy? And he goes, I'm white. And I go, you are white, but you are also black. Straight face, he goes, when am I black? And I said, every other weekend. And alternating holidays. It's gonna be a dark Easter, buddy. But it's gonna be a white Christmas! Let me ask you guys this. Do you think this is a small town? Or do you think this is a big town? What do you guys think? You guys live here? Small? I was born in Boston, so to me, you know, I'm used to bigger towns. Now I live outside Chicago, so I'm used to this. To me, this is a small town. People in small towns freak me out. Because people in small towns always think their town is bigger than it really is. Okay, here's the guideline. If your town has more deer than homeless people, that's a small town. I was in one town so small they had deer working as homeless people. They had little signs, "We'll work for food." Had one deer in a wheelchair. His sign said, "Please don't hit me again." Do you guys even have homeless people here? I'm gonna say this, I get in trouble. I want to be clear. I'm bothered with the fake homeless. Back in the day, you give a guy a couple bucks, feel good about yourself. Now you have to wonder, is this guy trying to play me? Is he one of these fake homeless guys? And I hate that. I used to have a lot of respect for homeless when they first came out with that sign. Remember when that sign was brand new? "We'll work for food." That's an American statement. They're saying, don't give me a handout, give me an opportunity, I will feed myself. Then these fake dudes come in, you're like, no. They have no intention of working for food. Anybody here have a story of a homeless person actually working for food? That's what I thought. Anybody here ever gone to your friend's house and be like, "Hey man, the aluminum siding on your house looks amazing. When did you do all of this?" And he's like, "I didn't do it." You been to 3rd Street? You know Hobo Greg? He did all of that. Wow, man, he did a good job. How much did you pay him? Ham sandwich. That's all he wanted, lightly toasted, lightly toasted. Hate the fake dudes, lazy. I saw one dude, lazy, his sign was lazy. How do you have a lazy sign? His sign said, "Homeless and hungry." That's just a statement. That would be like if I was sitting next to him and my sign said, "Black and bald." You're not gonna pull over and help me, right? Just gonna drive by like, "That is accurate, yes." Lock the doors, kids, he's black and bald. We're getting groceries. Thank you for going with it. This side's like, I don't know how I feel about that joke. This is good. This is good. I want you guys to know this is how it's supposed to go. You're doing very well as an audience. I like to give you that as an audience. Sometimes as comics, we don't always get nice things said about us, so that's why I want to say something nice about you. You guys are doing great. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. Last time I got a weird compliment. Like it was a sort of compliment. This girl comes up to me after show and she goes, "Hey, I thought you were really funny. And I also think you're kinda hot. For a black guy." That's not really a compliment, actually. A, you just attacked my entire dang race. And B, that's not cool. And she used the woman defense. The woman defense. She said, "You know what I meant. You know." And she was hot. I was like, "I know what you meant. I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know what you meant. It's all right. This is good. Could I have one of your candies in your... Not that one, the other one with the... Why would you offer me the brown candies, lady? Why would you... No, the other, the like gummy bears. Is that gummy bear? Do you mind if I... Oh, I'm sorry. I don't take from pregnant women. I just... No, you said that kind of serious, actually. Do we get that on tape? Do we record that? For those in the back, she was like, "Those are mine!" All while rubbing her belly. I'll take one of those brown things, actually. Give me one of the brown things. Let's keep this moving right here. Have the whole thing. Now you're afraid of me. Okay. You people. Yes, it's grape flavor. Lesson learned. I'm glad I'm here, sincerely, I'm glad. Except for that weird thing right there. I'm studying people. This is my new thing. I'm studying people. Here's what I've learned about people, okay? The 4 top ways that people meet each other romantically, right? People meet at work. People meet at bars and restaurants. People meet through friends and family. And nowadays, no shame, people meet online. That's how they do it. Are you guys together? There's no wrong answer. How'd you meet, real quick? How'd you meet?
We lived at the same apartment.
You lived at the same apartment complex, so that's your neighbors. Good, that's good, that's good. That's totally normal, Last person, no wrong answer. How'd you meet? That tells me right there. Whenever someone goes, that means I'm about to hear a lie. How did you meet, though? A trip to Vegas? You were both at Vegas? We're gonna leave that alone. Okay. I've seen this happen before. Not at my taping, you don't. You can poison me, but you're not gonna know. No. Those are normal ways, right? I don't want to hear normal anymore. I want to hear crazy, okay? For instance, who here met through Stockholm Syndrome? Some of you don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, all right? Clap if you do know what Stockholm Syndrome is. Clap if you do, okay. You're my witness, I'm not making this up. Let's say you get kidnapped. For real, right? And during the course of the kidnapping, somehow you fall in love with your kidnapper. It's rare, but it happens. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. That's what I want to see. People who met through StockholmSyndrome.com. Why? Because they always have the best how we met stories. You ask the woman, she's like, well, I was working the late shift at Kmart. I came out to my car and Larry was crouched down by my bumper. That's when I noticed he had these beautiful blue eyes. I could see them through the slit in his hood. He asked me if I had jumper cables. Funny thing, I go to get him, he hits me in the head. Puts me in the trunk. But when I regained consciousness, I remember thinking, this could be the one! My favorite part of the story is when I tell you, I didn't make that up. That's a true story. This couple was on CNN talking about that's how they met for real. Here's my question. If that's the beginning of your relationship, where does it go from there? They have the same arguments we have 2-3 years later. He gets mad. He's like, you're not the woman I fell in love with. She gets mad. You're not the same man who followed me home from the grocery store and tried to choke the snot out of me. I go to my car, nobody's there. No one's in the back seat. I'm scaring some of you. Okay, I'm sorry. Just, every time I said another, I said, oh my goodness, why would he do that? Love meeting a comic because I get to see real stuff. I get to see road signs. Road signs are made to make you a safer driver, right? Signs like stop, That's a good one. Right? Things like watch for deer. Right? You ever see that sign? It says watch for low flying planes. I'm all for defensive driving, right? But at some point, shouldn't we hold the pilots responsible? Think about it. My car is roughly 5 feet off the ground. If your plane is anywhere near my car, you are a bad pilot. I'm in Wisconsin on the freeway. They have a billboard. Billboard is just a big sign, right? And the billboard says, next exit, exotic petting zoo. Don't get ahead of me. I've always confused the word exotic with the word erotic. Right? So you can guess how ticked off I was when I got up in there. Anybody here ever had a lap dance from an aardvark? Anybody? And when this woman's like, don't do those kind of jokes in front of the children. They don't know what an aardvark is, ma'am. No one knows what an aardvark is. Anyone, if I had 6 animals you had never seen here before, could you pick out the aardvark? It'd be easy if it's like, well, that one was a camel. That's a sheep. No, 6 animals you've never seen, you have no idea. I'm the only comic on the circuit today doing aardvark humor. You may call me aardvarky. That's good. Here's what I want you guys to remember. My name. People never remember your name after the show. Anyone remember my name? Warren. It was Warren. It was Warren. Warren B. Hall. Warren B. Hall. Can anyone guess what the B stands for? Brave. I like that. It's not brave, but I like that. What was that? Buforous? Are you making up stuff? She was like, give me 2 consonants. Give me 2 consonants and a vowel. We're using it. And her friends treated her like it was Family Feud. Good answer, good answer! Show me Buforous. No, I don't have a cool middle name. It's Bernard. Did you say that? Bernard, that's not cool, right? But it sounds cooler when you say it all together. Warren Bernard Hall III, right? That sounds more, right? But no, don't get excited. I'm the first. Don't get excited. Don't. When I was little, I asked my mom, I said, why would you name me that? And she said, because when you grow up, if you come into money, I want you to have a name that sounds like you deserve money. Right? Which is cool, but what does that say about my sister, Tanika? That name clearly says, you want fries with that? My sister hates that joke, and that's why I do it. She was a horrible little sister, got me in trouble. Who's the oldest in the family? Oldest? Yeah. If you're the oldest, you know what I know? It sucks to be the oldest. Because usually that means you get beat worse than any other kid in the family. Why? Because your parents don't know what they're doing yet. You are roughly the rough draft for your parents. Think of those early meetings, no technique, just raw aggression. You're in the room messing up, your dad says, what? You say, look, that's not good. That's not right at all. That's... Honey! Honey, write this down. Never hit him that hard again. Honey, write that down. Don't cry. Don't cry. We'll make another one. We'll make another one. Don't cry. I'll take care of this. Just open the garage for me. Open the garage. Yeah, that was my childhood, yeah. I had a hardcore. I was raised by just my mom. Single mom, you know I got beat. My mom is hardcore. My mom would beat you with anything, literally. Okay? Who here has ever been beat with a toaster oven? That's what I thought. You guys think it's funny? I'm still affected by that beating to this day. Serious. Before that beating, before that incident, my voice used to sound black. Last time I remember for the beating, I was like, please, mama, please, don't beat me. Please, mama, please. Don't beat me. Next time I remember waking up on the kitchen floor hours later, like, whew, that's quite a beating you administer. Well, that's peculiar. You guys are afraid to laugh over here. One dark-skinned dude's like, I love this guy! They're like, I want to laugh so bad. So very bad. But then they'll say things about us. No. This is good. This is how it's supposed to go. You guys are doing great. Okay? Because a lot of audiences don't know. They think if you're having a bad show as a comic, you guys always think you need to tell us. And you don't. We know if it's not going well. A month ago, I had the worst show ever. Ever. And this woman comes up after the show. She comes over to me, and she's very subtle. She comes in and she goes, true story. She puts her hand out. She's shaking my hand. She goes, I did not find you entertaining at all. And I think she's kidding. I go, what? She goes, I did not find you funny at all. Now, normally as a comedian, I have something to say back to that, but this time, that was hurtful. And I realized what it is. Nobody does that, right? Nobody in this room, no one shakes your hand and then says something mean. You don't do it. No one here has ever gone to a funeral, gone right up to the widow like, glad he's gone. Never liked him. No one does that. Not even women, because I know women are way more hardcore than men. I know every woman in this room would love to go to a wedding, go right up to the bride like, you know, you look fat in that dress, right? And we went to college together. Should you be wearing white? So I am married. Married people make some noise. Married people. Married. I learned this recently. I didn't know this, but apparently I'm rare as a comedian because I like being married. Right? A lot of comics come in, they want to bash their wives. I love my wife. Things are going good. Probably because I'm still under warranty. Ha ha ha. Get the warrant. I love my wife. My nickname for my wife. Do you have a nickname for her? Secret couple? Do you have a nickname? Something you can say in front of people, like Squeezy Bottom or something. What do you call her? Naughty pigeon? Goo, goo. Just, goo. If you guys see her on the street, just go goo, goo. No. My nickname for my wife, I call my wife Wonderful. That's why I don't do it for the awe. I don't do it, no punchline. I don't do it for the awe. I do it because of all the things in life I feel lucky enough to consider my own, she's my favorite, right? Which is why I married her. That's why you're supposed to marry her, right? And the cool thing about comedy is sometimes she gets to come on the road with me, right? And tonight, it just so happens, she is not here, so let's talk smack about her. I didn't say she was perfect, I call her perfect. No, she's wonderful. With room for improvement. No, I love my wife. I love my wife. It's little. It's small. She's a bad driver. I said it, there it is. She drives way too close to other cars, right? But I'm a good husband, I don't mention it. Sometimes it looks like she's gonna hit the car in front of us. Sometimes I get scared, it's not cool. Sometimes I yell things out. Things like, Lord, Savior, please help me. Don't take me, please, don't take me, please. Please, I'm your humble servant. Please. It's a white minivan, please don't take me. So because of that, now she thinks I'm into gospel music. Yeah, she thinks my favorite song is Jesus Take the Wheel. See, you're laughing. I didn't know that was a real song till 2 days ago. Apparently some chick has been singing this for years. I didn't know that. I'm studying my wife. That's what I'm doing. Through our marriage, I've been studying. I'm studying her intently, right? Which is what you should do if you're gonna be together, study your woman. But through my research, I've learned that my wife is a liar. Hear me out, it sounds mean. She doesn't lie about everything, okay? Don't turn on me. She has one lie she tells repeatedly. Usually on movie night. I put the movie in, I sit down next to her on the couch, here's her lie. She goes, hey baby, tonight I'm gonna stay awake for the entire movie. And then immediately she says things that tell me she's lying. So, but could you go upstairs and get my pillow? And could you turn out that light? Yeah, I see the movie better when I'm laying flat on my back. Honey, can you make sheep noises? Bah! Ah, no. She's not gonna make it through Lord of the Rings. She's not, it's a long movie. If I want my wife to stay awake through a movie, I have to actually take her to the physical movies, all right? Here's a little tip for the fellas. Have date night, okay? Have date night with your woman. And let her pick the movie sometimes. You gotta let her pick the movie. That's fair. Now, those of you closer to my age, remember back in the day, when you took a woman to the movie, you had no intention of seeing the movie. Right? That's when you get a little hand holding, right? Maybe a little smoochy, right? But nowadays, these movies are so damn expensive. Took my wife to this movie, I let her pick it. All right, we're watching the movie, maybe 10 minutes in, she leans in to kiss me, and I go, you better watch this movie, the money I spent. Are you gonna take your hand off my leg? What are you doing? There's gonna be a quiz after. You gotta get an 80% or better if you wanna do this again. And eat that popcorn, it was $11. Eat that popcorn. Over here trying to touch somebody's leg. Back to Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't like to go to the movie. Weird things always happen to me at the public movies. Like, this sounds weird. Like, last time, I went to the public, I would use the bathroom at the movie theater. You probably had this happen, where you go to the bathroom, you do your thing, you go up to the sink, and you can't get the water to come. There's no directions. It doesn't say, right? And I'm doing different, I'm breakdancing into, I'm doing, it's not coming on. And this kid comes in. Never had a kid make you feel stupid, right? This kid comes in, he does his thing, he comes over and he sees me, and I'm still messing. He comes over and he goes, like I'm stupid. I'm like, buddy, it's tricky. If you can do better, do better. I kid you not. He comes over, he goes, what I'm saying is, it was an old theater. It was an old theater. Never entered my mind. But turn it. Study your woman, fellas. Okay? That's my thing. Study your woman. Because women have things to teach you if you're paying attention. I learned this recently. I didn't know this, but apparently there is a wrong way to put toilet paper on the spoon. I didn't know that. Now, by round of applause, I want to say how many girls agree with my girl? Because my girl says it should go over the top. Who agrees? That's a lot of you. That's a lot of you. Oh, okay. Now, in my defense, the entire time she's telling me this, I'm thinking, the heck is a spool? When I was single, I would just put it on the counter, right? Put it on the floor by the magazines, whatever you like to read. You probably Call of Duty 2 instructions, some video games. This older gray-haired gentleman, maybe AARP. I don't know what you read. I don't know what he reads. He might be a Harry Potter fan. I can't tell from looking at you, sir. Now his arms are crossed. Oh, it's gonna be like that. Have fun, sir, have fun. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, men. Back me on this, men, because this is where you guys turn and get scared. Ladies, I'm going to tell you something that men have always wanted to tell you, but we've been too afraid to. Ladies, as men, we think you are wasting toilet paper. One man brave enough to clap, And he stopped. He's like, they left me out to dry. So we think you're wasting toilet paper. Like you guys are together, right? I don't know you. We've never met. We've never met. I can tell by looking at your man, he doesn't waste toilet paper. I can tell. He goes and he takes 2 squares, folds it in half, because women scrunch toilet paper. Folds it in half and he gets right to work. We've never met. Never met. I can tell by looking at your woman. I can tell she goes in, mummifies her dang hand. And heaven forbid she's in a public restroom. Dab. Again. We're different. That's all I'm saying. We're different in the bathroom. Here's something men don't know about women. Every woman in this room, when they shower, they wash in the same order every single time. Yeah, she's like, how does he know? I did the research. Matter of fact, I'm still doing community service because of that research. But I think it's smart, ladies. I think it's smart that you wash in the same order because you know if you're clean or not. Like if I ask her, Miss, did you wash your elbows today? You can't see in the back. She goes, absolutely. I start here, I go to this, I go here, I take that, the rock, the pumice stone. He's never used a pumice stone. Man, we don't know. If I ask him, did you wash your butt cheeks today? This guy's like, maybe the left one. We were running low on soap. I had to make decisions. Couldn't get to everybody's. Ladies, men, we're different in the bathroom. Here's something ladies don't know about men. Sometimes when we shower as dudes, sometimes we just wash one body part a day. I'm sitting there going, shoulder day, shoulder day. Think about the day's events. Shoulder day. And you look down, see your dirty thigh, you're like, it's shoulder day, shoulder day. Having a child is the only thing in life that makes your mind jump ahead 17 years into the future. Because you wonder, is he going to be a good person? Is she going to get a good job? Is she going to be respected? Or you just want them to be a good person, right? That's the only thing in life that makes your mind jump ahead 17 years. Like the first time you had a glass of wine, you didn't think, I'm going to be a wino. Right? You don't think that. Yet here we are. You know who you are. I don't have to point. You laughing loudly usually is a hint that high-fiving each other is kind of a hint also. Oh, we're winos! So the day he was born, the doctor hands him to the nurse hands him to me, and I'm like, this is crazy, this is amazing. And then my mind jumped ahead 17 years. I was like, oh, one day you are gonna try to steal my car! Why would you do that, baby? Now I'm mad at the baby. Why would you do that? I gotta pay those premiums. So I wasn't allowed to hold the baby for a while. We're good now. We argued over what to name the baby, right? My wife had like 6 pages of names. I'm like, we're not doing that. You give me your top 3, I'll give you my top 3. We'll hash it out, right? So she comes back. Her top name, I didn't like her top name. Her top name was Donovan, right? So we go round and round, we hash it out, and then we decide to name the baby Donovan. I don't know what happened. I don't think she even looked at my list. I don't understand. His name's Donovan, right? So he's 3. Having kids, I didn't realize how many lies there are when you have kids. How much lying. Because not the kids, us as parents, we're lying to these children. You have to lie to children to keep them safe. He's 3, won't take his medication. He won't take medicine, right? So we trick him. We put it into his applesauce and mix it up. And the secret is, the first spoonful's gotta be pure applesauce. Then he believes it, okay? So now he'll tell you, if he's sick, he'll go, applesauce, feel better, right? But now it's backfired. Because now this kid thinks applesauce can cure cancer. I'm worried what happens. He goes to school, cuts his finger. They're like, let's get him a Band-Aid. He's like, no, just take me to the cafeteria. I'll be okay. Breaks his legs. Like, we got to take you to the hospital. He's like, no, there's an orchard a mile down. Just roll me around. I'll be back by recess. Oh, they're telling me our time is almost up. That's how I feel. I have so many things to teach you people. To show you. I'll tell you this, having kids is what makes you realize you're getting older. Having a 10-year-old is what makes you realize you're getting older. We pee differently. Okay? Not to be gross, but when I pee, it sounds like you've taken a pitcher of water and poured it sparingly into the toilet. When he pees, all you hear is I'm in the hallway like, when did she get an espresso machine? And why would she put it in the bathroom? Hurry up in there, buddy. I'm 45 now. I'm 45 years old, and I'm realizing this kid is making me realize I'm getting old, okay? I'm one of those dudes who most of my clothes have superheroes on them. I'm that guy. A lot of my stuff has superheroes. And I'm thinking 45 maybe, it's time to let that go. Decided that the other day, I'm yelling at the 10-year-old, telling him, you need to be more mature. I look down, realize we got on the same damn pajamas. I told him, go to your room. He got mad, turned, flipped his cape, walked one way. I got mad, flipped my cape, walked the other way. Everybody's angry. I'm not in my 20s anymore. Who's in your 20s? Make noise in your 20s. Oh, you don't even know how good you got it, man. Enjoy it. You can do anything in your 20s. And you can have a bad day in your 20s. When you're 25, you can have a bad day. And what do your friends say? They always say the same thing. Hey, man, don't be mad about that. You got your whole life ahead of you. Your whole life. That's not what they say at 45. 45, same friends like, man, don't be mad about that. You got 12 good years of that. Don't waste it. Yeah, I've had a great time here, I want to say that. And give yourselves a round of applause, 'cause I really enjoyed coming here. A great time. I'll say this, do you guys have Waffle House here? Do you know what Waffle House is? Do you have Waffle House here? God, have you ever been to a Waffle House? You ever been to a Waffle House? Okay, good. Okay. If you've never been to Waffle House, you guys are my witnesses. Waffle House, it's like a ma and pa style diner, most lower end diner. The food there is great, but it is a filthy establishment. Right? If you've been there, you know the food is good. Sometimes you got to bring your own silverware. Right? It's scary, but I love to eat there. And I have a friend, she works at IHOP as a waitress, so she feels snooty compared to this place. She's always telling me, Warren, please stop eating at the Waffle House. I said, why? I love it. And she said, because the girl who serves you your breakfast there is probably the same person who cleans the toilets there. And at first, I was like, oh. Then I remembered, that's how it is at my house. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.